Hey, what's up, folks?
Hi.
Ellen and I want to talk to you about, what are we talking about?
Talking about distancers,
Right.
the distancer in the relationship.
Yeah, so if you're a distancer, this is for you. If you're with a distancer or have been with, you're going to find a lot of value here, okay? So, first of all, if you're a distancer, there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah,
You're not bad.
you're not bad.
And most of the time, you're probably not intentionally trying to hurt someone.
Right.
And the challenge with you is that if your distance goes on too often or too long, that's a problem for the other person you're with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And ultimately also for you, because you just don't get to repair and get back to good in a time frame that would be probably good for your nervous system. So it can be a little stressful.
Yeah, and in your history, you might have been okay to distance because no one was there,
Right. Or
no one
just
responded.
yeah. It might have helped. It might have helped you feel better to go and deal with things on your own, or maybe that was just the expectation, or it just helped the whole system if you got quiet and, didn't need anything. And so it probably came out of just learning that worked. But now you might be finding yourself in a relationship where that's really hard for your partner. They feel really anxious. If you're taking a lot of time alone, a lot of the time, or you need a lot of time, during or after a conflict, to not speak, your partner might be feeling angry, anxious, and giving you a hard time about it, scared.
Yeah, alone.
Yeah, it might not be working for them.
It's probably not working for them, and their stress level is going up. The longer you take and the less you communicate, their stress level goes up. And that makes it harder for you when you do come back around. Now you have the initial challenge to deal with. You've got that, right? Whatever happened. And added on to that, you have now all the space and time you took.
Yeah,
It's like
now you have to fix that too.
You've created more work for yourself.
Right.
So why are we saying this?
Just to help the person who feels like they need to distance and kind of always take space for a long time, that you're probably, as an adult in a partnership, that's probably going to create more stress in the long run. And we want to encourage you to try to work better with that strategy, like communicate more about it, or develop other ways of coping and getting back to good with your partner, which will ultimately relieve both of you.
Yeah, I mean, you chose this relationship for a reason, and I think you're wanting to partner because you're perceiving it as better than being alone. So you've got to do, it feels like an uphill battle sometimes, perhaps for you, because maybe you're not seeing that relationships are valuable, at least when you're stressed and withdrawing. But I think, trust that longing, or that deep down inside, you chose the partner for a reason. There's probably a part of you that actually does want to be in a relationship with someone. You don't want to live on an island by yourself. And relationships are in fact good for you, and so to keep learning that, but you've got to actually do some reps here to be able to reap the benefits.
And to show up and communicate a little more will go a long way.
A long
way. You don't have to totally be a completely different person, but a little bit more communication, awareness, empathy will help.
It's going to help a lot. Okay, and if you want to, Ellen and I are going to unpack this more on the podcast, so make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. And also you can ask me anyway, a question at relationshipschool.com/training. Okay, talk soon.